Hi, this is Bruce Lee, and I'm speaking to you from the dimensions. Well, the dimensions would be the place where you go when you die. And I am grateful to have the ability to come here and speak through this interdimensional portal, completely present as who I am. And I'd like to communicate to you about my experience on Earth and what I've realized of my experience on Earth when I got to the dimensions. Well, my death was greatly a surprise, even to myself, as I had so much more that I wanted to accomplish and experience here on Earth and have human beings realize. And it was a very difficult transition period for me when I died. And I died, to me, way too young, and I didn't understand. I was very angry for a very long time after I died, and yeah, it's wonderful to speak fluent English. And well, what I realized when I got to the dimensions when I died, what happened to many people that tried to make a difference in this world, was that they were removed very quickly from this world. And because I had started making such a big impact on many people, you know, it happened. It happens that there are some beings in this existence that was not in this world, but in another world, in the what you call the dimensions, that is the place or the existence of that part of life, that part of this existence that people are not aware of, that people don't see, that people don't hear of. And that is why I am here to speak to you about that, to explain to you, but what is going on in this world? What is going on that has not been spoken of, that has not been heard of, and that has not been seen, and that is important, because I am here, and each one of you in this world is here, and it is impossible to deny the existence of something that is in this world and in this existence that is part of you. Because in that denial, you are denying that part of yourself, and that is what I had to make peace with after I'd gotten so angry when I died so quickly. And yeah. So let me continue. In my life, in my world here on Earth, I found a method that presented that peace within myself, that presented that part that people find difficulty to place and find within themselves, that part of that movement of self. So, and that's a part I discovered ever since I was a child. And ever since I was a child, I found that part inside myself that was peaceful. That was that presence where you go silent inside yourself completely. And what I discovered through the movement of myself within that is that it brings you more and more and more deeper and deeper and deeper inside yourself. That you find that part inside yourself where you experience that vastness of infinity. And that's the part that I access. And that's the part I desire each and every single human being to access. Because what I realize is that life is difficult. Life was a struggle, and life was hard for many people. And to find a place of silence, to find a place of peace inside you is not simple. You know, I tried to find different methods to discover that peace I had when I was a child. I mean, all children experience that. And I came to a part in my life where I wondered, where did that peace go? Where did that silence go inside me when I was a child? And how can I bring that peace inside me back? Well, not that it was gone, but I found that I was responsible for that peace inside me, that movement of myself, and that silence and that vastness, you know, that vastness of infinity inside you, that has you just become here. You know, when you breathe and you sit, and you place, and your presence of yourself is within you here. And you take that breath, and as you breathe in, you breathe in and you feel your breath inside each and every single part of your physical body. and you lift and it's like you're lifting yourself up inside yourself. And you breathe in and you just let everything go. And then you breathe out. And in that breathing out, you place your presence of yourself here. And it's an absolute presence, an absolute experience. And you're sensitive of each and every single part of yourself. And what I enjoyed the most is that within that presence and within that experience of myself in every single part of my body, nothing else exists but that expression of yourself. I don't have extensive words to describe it, but that's how I place it. And within that experience, you start realizing, but what is all that stuff? Where does all that unnecessary frustration, that unnecessary anger, that unnecessary sadness come from? That thoughts running in your mind the whole time, that kind of constrict your muscles, that kind of make you feel all claustrophobic inside yourself. And that's when I started using the movements I did and developed the movements I did. That was quite unique and quite individual, because I just allowed from that point of presence. And that's mainly how I practiced it. I just sat, I did the breathing, presence of breath, breathing in. As I breathe in, I let go of all that is unnecessary inside me, because all I require is my presence as myself, as the essence of myself in my physical body, where you become aware of each and every single movement and you go down to the molecules inside you. And as you breathe out, you place yourself as the presence of yourself here. And then all I did was I could see the movements inside me, but it wasn't in my mind, it was inside me, as though my physical body, as myself, was saying to me, this is the way, this is the strength, this is the intensity you have to move it with. And from that, I placed it inside me. It's like you're designing your physical body as yourself to be able to do the movements that is required to be done, that is shown by yourself in your physical body. And that's how I developed myself, and that's how I had the ability to express my presence, my here, as myself, as one.